Dear students, welcome back to the online class of class 9th science first chapter. The chapter name is matter in our surroundings. The first chapter, matter in our surroundings. So in this chapter we are mainly going to discuss what do you mean by matter, the characteristics of matter, that means the physical properties of matter, and different states of matter, which includes solid state, liquid state and gaseous state, and a small part regarding with the super energy state, that is plasma state. Later in the same lessons we are going to discuss the interchanging of different states of matter, that means the conversion of solid into liquid, liquid into gas, gas into liquid, liquid into solids, and solid into gas, gas into solids. This interchanging of different states of gases we are going to discuss, and a small part specifically regarding with evaporation and its importance in our daily life. So these are the major topics we are going to discuss in this lesson, matter in our surrounding. So from the topic you should know what do you mean by matter. Matter means what? See, matter means anything that have mass and occupy space is called matter. Anything that have mass and occupies space is called matter. You can see whatever the things you are seeing in your surrounding, these all are coming under what? Matter only. You can say soil, you can say stone, you can say air, water, chair, table, bench, or whatever it is, pen, pencil, textbook, these all are coming under matter. So anything that have mass and occupy space, we call it as matter. Then from the definition of matter, so what do you mean by matter? Matter in a sense, anything that have mass, anything that have mass and occupies space, is called what? Matter. So from these definitions you must know the concept of what? Mass. What do you mean by mass? Any idea? Do you have any idea regarding with the mass? Mass means magnitude of an object. Mass means magnitude of an object. Magnitude of an object. Mass is a constant, it won't be changed. Mass is a constant. What do you mean by mass? Mass is the magnitude of an object. So by clarifying this, some people, suppose if we generally ask, suddenly you will be say mass in a sense or weight. It is not weight. Mass means magnitude of an object. Weight means the product of mass into gravitational force. That means we can write weight W. W is equal to mass into G. Not alone mass. Mass into G. That means, so the weight will be vary from one place to another place. For example, I will say the mass won't be changed. Suppose if we consider this chalk piece, it have its own mass, that is in here in earth. Even you take this chalk piece into space, the mass of the chalk piece is remaining same, it won't be changed. Clear? But if you weigh this chalk piece, you may get 50 grams. Suppose if you take this chalk piece into the space, it is become weightless. Got it? So that is the difference between mass and weight. Mass is constant, weight is variable, it will be changed or it can be changed. Weight can change but mass won't be changed. Then what do you mean by this space? Space means the place occupied by an organ or matter or anything. The place in a sense, the place or the space in a sense, the place occupied by anything. So for example, is chalk piece. This is the space that we can say in volume. This is, we can state what it is, volume. Got it? So from the definition of matter, anything that have mass and occupy space, we can call it as mass. Sorry, matter. Then what do you mean by mass? Magnitude of an object. It is a constant, it won't be vary. Must have a relationship with the weight. That means weight is equal to mass into gravitational force. Then the earlier peoples, especially philosophers, they believed that the matter is made up of Pancha Tattva. In our locally we are using that Pancha Bhuta, I think so. Here it is Pancha Tattva. That means air, water, earth, sky, fire. These are the Pancha Tattva. So early peoples believed that whatever we are observing in this nature, that are coming under the matter. So this matter is made up of these 5 elements. What are there? Air, water, earth, sky and fire. But later modern scientists, they identified that concept was wrong. They found that matter is made up of particles. Matter is made up of particles. Matter is made up of particles is called molecule. Molecules. Matter is made up of molecule, or matter is made with the particles. Okay, then we are going to discuss the physical nature of matter. The physical nature of matter. Next we are going to discuss the physical nature of matter. That means matter is made up of with the particles or molecules. Let us discuss one activity to explain whether matter is made up of with the particles or matter. So this activity you can practice from your home. Take a clean glass or a beaker. Take a clean glass or a beaker you take. Add 100 ml of water. Add 100 ml water. Add 100 ml water to it. So this is your water. So mark here. Mark the level. Mark the level of water. Here you mark the level of water. You observe here. Then in the same water you add 1 teaspoon or few amount of, you can add either salt or sugar, either salt or you can add sugar, and observe, stir it well, mix it. After mixing, observe it. You can observe the salt or sugar is disappeared. It is disappeared. You won't be see the salt, and so you will get the things where the sugar or salt disappears. Isn't it? Here the sugar or salt will move to the space. Sugar or salt will dissolve in water and move to the space of the particles. That means here you can say there are small particles. Matter is made up of small particles. So these particles will be moved into the different particles. That means for the particles of salt is moved to the particles of water. So we can state that matter is made up of particles, we call it as molecule. Okay, then next we are going to discuss properties or characteristics of particles. Properties or characteristics of particles. Characteristics of particle. Characteristics of particles. First one is, the first characteristics of particle is the particles of matter are very small in size. First character is the particles of matter are small in size. Particles of matter are small in size. This is the first property of particles or first characteristics of particles. For discussing this, I will be explain one activity which is mentioned in your textbooks. You will take 4 to 5 beakers. So, beaker number 1, beaker number 2, beaker number 3, beaker number 4, beaker number 5. Okay, you take 5 beaker. You take 5 beaker and add 100 ml water. Add 100 ml water to the first beaker, 90 ml to second one, 90 ml third one, 90 ml of water to the second one, 90 ml of water to the third one, 90 ml of water to the fourth one, and 90 ml of water to the fifth one. And in the first beaker, you add one pinch in a sense, 1 or 2 pieces or small drop of what? KMNO4. KMNO4 means potassium permanganate. KMNO4. You add 1 pinch of potassium permanganate. If we add potassium permanganate to the first beaker, you can see the color of the first beaker now pink in color. Okay, then from this first beaker you transfer 10 ml. How much? 10 ml. 10 ml you transfer to the second beaker. Okay. So before transferring, you observe the intensity of the color. Before transferring, you observe the intensity of the color in first beaker and take 10 ml from the first beaker and transfer to the second beaker, which contain 90 ml of water. After adding 10 ml, it's also become 100 ml. Observe the color of the second beaker. You can see here the color is more, here the color is less, or the intensity here it is more, here intensity is become less. Then again from the second beaker transfer 10 ml to the third beaker, and observe the color in third beaker. You can see the color, but the intensity of the color is again reduced. Am I correct? You can here also you can see pink color, but the pink color intensity is reduced. From third beaker again you transfer 10 ml to the fourth beaker. So here you can see what it is. Again the color may be, or the fading of color, you can slightly observe the pink color, but it is very less. Okay, the color is become very less, the intensity is get reduced. Then from here again you transfer 10 ml, that means from the fourth beaker you transfer 10 ml to the fifth beaker. That means you are unable to find out, suppose sometimes may be unable to find out, you will be see only clear water only. That means, or sometimes very slight color you can observe there. That means here more, again less, again reduced, again. That means the from this way of making we call it as serial dilution. Okay, so while going for serial dilution, you can say the intensity of the color is decreasing. That means the particles of the matter is very small and small from one dilution to the another dilution. So you can clearly state that particles of matter are small in size. Particles of matter are small in size. First properties. Then we will discuss the second properties of matter. Second properties of particles. Then the second properties of particle is the space between the particles. Space between the is present between particles. Space. There is a space found between the particles. Whether it is this, we can check it by using first example. We already studied in the activity, or first activity we already discussed. That means in a beaker you add some amount of sugar or some amount of salt. You can see the salt is disappearing. That means the particles of salt is moving to the particles of the water. That means the space is present where in between the particles. So in the space what it is occupying in this activity, here water, here it is water, what it is here in between, what salt is going. So you can easily say that what the space is present in between the particles of the matter. And third one is, third property of this We can say particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of the matter are, third one is particles of the matter are continuously moving, or they are vibrating. Continuously they are moving or they are vibrating. This I can explain with the help of one activity. For example, in your home, in your rooms, you keep one unlit incense stick. Incense stick means, you know that for getting some smells we are using one small sticks like structure, no, that is we call it as incense stick. Unlit incense sticks you keep, you won't be get any. And if you suppose in the corner you keep and stand in the middle of the room, you won't be get any smell. Same incense stick, if you keep fire and keep it the same place, you can get the smell. Leave about that. I will say another one easy example. What it is? You pour some kerosene in your corner of your room. You will be get the smell of the kerosene. That means due to this movement, particles are moving. If suppose in your home a small leakage in gas, you will be get the smell very fastly because the particles are moving. But don't play with the gas. You should take care of while dealing with the gas. Okay, so these all are examples of what? To state that what? Particles are continuously moving or they are vibrating. Okay, but depends upon the matter. This vibration of particle is varies. For example, if you take some honey, you keep it in a beaker which containing water. Same times you take some amount of copper sulfate or potassium permanganate or even a Dettol, you add it to a beaker. You can see copper sulfate or potassium permanganate or Dettol is mixed very fastly. But in case of honey, it will take more time to make that solution is become uniform. That means what it is indicates, the vibration is vary from particles of matter from matter. Okay, can you understand the concept? The particles of matter are continuously vibrating, but the range of vibration is vary, or the range of movement is vary, that we are going to discuss next upcoming classes. It is vary from particles of matter or matter to matter. Then next one is the fourth property is particles of matter attract each other. Particles of matter attract each other. Fourth one is particles of matter attracts each other. That means particles of a matter, they are attract each other. For a simple example or activity, I will be explain the things. You take a iron rod, or you take this wooden chalk, wooden duster, wooden piece of this duster, and you take a chalk piece. Here you can see it is very difficult for me to break. Wooden piece is very difficult for me to break, but it is this chalk, it is very easy for me to break. That is why it is here the force of attraction between the particle is less, but here the force of attraction between the particle is more. So you can observe here in this case the force of attraction or the particles are attract each other, but the force of attraction between the particles are vary from one matter to another matter. So next class we will be discuss different states of matter